Hi guys, let's get started. I'm starting with my moisturizer. That's a store brand from Rite Aid. It's like oil of Olay. I'm going to go ahead and put some milk and magnesia on. I learned this trick watching YouTube. So far, so good. I really like that trick. I have combination skin, so it's been working really well. I'm going to take my e.l.f. primer and liner sealer. I'm going to pat that on my lids and then blend that out with my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. Just going to go ahead and blend that in. Now I'm taking my RC Cosmetics 10 color concealer palette, and I'm going to take those two light shades and blend them together and pack that into my entire lid and blend it in with my finger. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. 100 color palette and I'm taking a blue sparkly color. It's a light blue. It's really pretty. It's like a baby blue with silver shimmer to it. And I'm going to pack my whole lid with that. Now if you want to cut your crease, now would be where you would draw the line to cut your crease. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to move on to my next step. I'm going to take my MAC palette and I'm going to take that matte navy color there and I'm going to go ahead and start filling in my crease. You can do as much as you like or as little as you like here. The heavier, the more dramatic. I'm going to take my e.l.f. blending brush and I'm going to take my MAC palette and that deep, almost black color and just add a little bit extra in there with my blending brush. And go ahead and blend that blue into that navy and make sure I don't have any extremely sharp color transitions. I'm going to go ahead and go into that gold tone and I'm going to use that for the rest of my eyebrow and my brow bone as a good highlighting color. It's just a shimmery gold. It's kind of champagne-ish. Just blend that out a little bit. I'm going to go into my MAC palette and take that snow white color there with the purple flecks to it and just pack that into the corners of my eyelids just to give it a little more interest. Blend, blend, blend. Using my Jordana pencil and just curly, and I'm lining the inside of my waterline there, the white tone, a little bit more. Help my eyes pop a little bit. Now I'm going to take a deep blue pencil, that's by WetnWild. I'm going to line my lash line. And take my e.l.f. cream liner in Midnight and the angled brush that came along with it and go ahead and start creating my cat eye effect. I mean, this one's pretty thin. Again, the more you draw it on, the more dramatic. and that's equally beautiful. So just put it on in a manner in which you're comfortable. A little bit more. Quick check. That's my favorite mascara. That's Maybelline Lash Stiletto. It's black. Oh, I'm gonna go back to my MAC palette and take that white color. Go ahead and put that in my tear ducts just to make it pop a little bit more. Gives it a little bit more interest. A little bit more pop. Now I'm gonna go back and put my mascara on. If you're not a false lash girl, you can stop here. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and put on some falsies. And I have some very natural falsies I'm gonna put on. I'm just going to trim them up and get them prepared, put some glue, let them dry slightly, and then I'm going to apply them using my eyelash application tool. Because my nails are so long, it's pretty difficult for me to put on my own lashes when my nails are long. To be honest, the tool didn't help very much. I'm not very comfortable using the tool yet. Couple more tries. Here's the tool I was talking about. Very similar to the tweezers I would usually use. Still trying to use my fingers. Nails super long. Can't really see anything. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the back of the tool and tap it down. A lot of times I use an eyeliner to do that. Or a, I don't know, lip liner or something. If my nails are also long. So the second eye goes much smoother, as you can see. And if you, like I did in this case, I feel like I put a little too much glue. The eyelash is going to be on for days. You can go ahead and go back over it with a liquid liner. I was going to use my e.l.f. Gel liner, but then I remembered my NYC liquid liner and thought that would be a better option to clean up any dry glue because I'm using white glue. Very natural, subtle effect. Now on to foundation. Revlon Nearly Naked and Cappuccino, Bobbi Brown, and Walnut, and my MAC Studio Fix concealer, and that's an NW45. I'm going to use one pump of each and a small pea-sized amount of my Revlon and mix that with my e.l.f. stipple brush. And I'm using a small stipple brush so I can control the foundation around areas like my eyes. And I'm using a blending and stroking technique in a circular motion and sweeping motion. Go ahead and blend it all into your hairline and all around your face and eyes. Don't neglect your chin. If you have problem areas, you want to go ahead and put a little bit more in those areas. As you can see, I have a couple of pimples. I was trying to wait, but yeah, I had to get these videos done. I'm going to take my foundation brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to take those two colors from my RC Cosmetics Camouflage palette, and I'm going to paint a V. A lot of people say a V or a C. I think it looks more like a check mark. I like to refer to it as a check mark of concealer under my eyes to highlight. I'm using more of a yellow tone today. My foundations are warm, so the contrast will really help with the highlighting. I'm going to take my concealer brush and take those same two tones and begin highlighting my nose. And you just want to make sure you do that in a straight line. You can stop there if you like. You do not have to draw it into the eyebrows if you do not want to do that. However, I do not do my eyebrows. I only get them shaped. I don't add any pencil or anything else to my eyebrows. So I also highlight around my eyebrows myself. So I'm going to take the two tones that are darkest from my e.l.f. palette. And that concealer is really thick, so you need very little of it. It's very concentrated, very thick. Thinking I'm probably going to go back and get the next lightest shade in that concealer. Even though I'm not pleased with e.l.f.'s customer service, I like that product a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and draw those deeper tones all the way up into my brow bone, as you can see. Further define my nose. I'm going to take that light tone, and I just like to do that. I like to put a little highlight right there. And it adds a little pop. See? Just a little something extra. Going back into my dark tones. And I don't put too much concealer here. I naturally have higher cheekbones. I'm pretty lucky that way, so I don't have to put all that much. So I just make sure my line is pretty thin where I am putting my darker tone concealers, as well as on my chin. I'm going to go back and take that peanut butter color concealer and put a dab of that under where I put my last dark line of concealer. Go ahead and put a little concealer on my brow bone. I've forgotten two areas, but I will get to that as I'm putting on my setting powder. I'll remember. So I'm going to take a blending brush, any one you're comfortable with. I sometimes use my beauty blender for this also, but I'm just going ahead and blending in any of the sharp lines gently. I'm just blending it into the foundation to make sure the transition lines are smoother and it's more of a seamless effect. Yeah, so I'm working on my skin. Please excuse me. Had a breakout. So I'm going in with that black matte and take a very little and put a little bit there in my darker tone and sweep it in and then blend it out. Just blend it out, blend it out. Quick little check. Okay. Get my midnight banana powder, put a little bit in the cap. I'm going to take my beauty blender or sponge or a brush, whatever you like, and just pack it in. I like to use a sponge or a beauty blender for this, so I can really pack it in there under the eye and on my nose. And as I go to put it on my chin, I remember no concealer. I have not highlighted. Highlight my cupid's bow in my chin, that peanut butter color. You can use a lighter tone if you like. Blend it a little bit with my beauty blender. Put a little banana powder on my eyebrow area. And then go ahead and blend that out with my e.l.f. all over face brush. Take my MAC Studio Fix in NW45 and blend that into my face. Just setting my makeup now. Nice and even. I'm going to go ahead and add a little Rimmel bronzer and Sun Love right at the base of my highlight area, on my chin and on my forehead. I'm going to take a little NYX blush and pinched and put that on the apples of my cheek and draw that back into the temples, little on the tip of my nose, my chin, and my brow. My WetnWild pen in purple. That's a Color Icon eyeliner, but it's a great lip liner. If you want a more dramatic color, I would suggest this. So I'm just lining my lips and then filling them in. I thought the purple and blue contrast would be pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and take a Wet n Wild lipstick in 521A. It's called Fuchsia with Blue Pearl. And I'm just going to put that on top, and it's very moisturizing, so I didn't really need a gloss. So that's one finished look, and we're going to change the lipstick to a more neutral if you think that's a little too dramatic for you. But that's our finished look there. I'm loving it. Purple and blue I love. So we're going to go into a neutral. I'm going to take my Mink Brown Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeliner, and I'm going to line my lips very subtly, just the outline. And I'm going to take my NYC lipstick in Cafe number 301. And I'm going to fill in my lips with that. And then I'm going to take my e.l.f. glitter gloss. And that is in a color called Dazzling Diamond. And I'm going to put that on top. And I'm just wiping the brush off in between. You guys can't see that. Since I toned down the lipstick, I'm going to go ahead and add some of my e.l.f. all over stick, and I'm going to use that in Golden Peach on my cheeks to add a little bit more interest since my lipstick is no longer purple. It's now more of a neutral tone. So I'm just going to blend that in and we are all done. Go ahead and set your makeup with your favorite setting spray and you're good to go. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it for you. You guys again can add more makeup to your liking. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye. Bye, dollies.